So getting married isn't worth it anymore. And boomers proved it. If you've been on the internet over the past couple of days, over the past couple of weeks, it's been basically impossible to miss what the hell has been going on with not only Piers Morgan, but also yesterday, Ilia Topuria, right? If you're new to the situation, Piers Morgan appears to be a cuck, and it appears that Ilia Topuria is being extorted under false domestic abuse allegations. Now, I don't know either of these fuckers, but what I do know is that I posted 2 viral videos over the past couple days talking about these issues, and a lot of men agree with me. Getting married does not seem to be worth it anymore. But here's the issue. There's a bunch of fuckers out there thinking that marriage is the problem, when in reality, it's the women and the men. And here's what I mean by this. There are plenty of girls out there, and I mean plenty of girls, who were ran through in college for fucking free. But what happens is they're getting in touch with their inner feminine and realizing that their worth is actually reliant on how many bodies they don't have. Now, obviously, you can't erase the bodies that you have, so they're trying to prevent future ones because inherently they understand the higher the body count, the more worthless they are. But the problem with men is that they're fucking simping for these ran through whores and they don't know their worth. They don't understand that they need to build themselves up and they will attract the right kind of girl, a feminine girl, someone who isn't ran through into their life if they so choose. But if they want to keep running down the rabbit hole of fucking every girl in sight, so be it. You're a man. That's what you've been pre-programmed to do. It's not that marriage is a scam. It's that all the girls who are available, so it seems, appear to be big time whores and ran through. So now the guys who do want to get married have to settle as a cuck for a bunch of whores. In long term, this turns into even a bigger problem because you just have a bunch of dudes who are listening to every single thing their wife says just to get laid. This is actually the problem with liberal men. They trade their own viewpoints for their wives so they can consistently get laid. This is where the mantra comes in, happy wife, happy life. And in reality, all that means is that you give up your life for a ran-through whore who banged a bunch of different dudes for free, but you're settled with paying for a $20,000 engagement ring just to have sex. Problem. This is exactly why a bunch of young men resonate with Andrew Tate's message. Because no one wants to marry a ran-through whore. But what are you left to do? If you're in this position where you know you're not a high-value man yet, if you're left in this position where you don't have the kind of money that you want, if you're left in this position to where you feel like you're eternally lonely and you just want a girl to fix that for you, you need to change your mindset. You need to understand that at the end of the day, there's no girl, there's no job, there's no nothing out there. Nothing's out there that's going to fill that hole that you have in your soul. The only thing that can fix that, bro, is you. And you have to understand that you have to build yourself up in order to patch that hole. This is an internal fix. Nothing external can change that. And what that comes down to is improving your mind, your body, your spirit, but also your purpose as a man. You have to become interesting. You have to pick a hobby. You have to do cool shit in your life and level up to a point that you know you want to reach. You have to step into the shoes of the man that you actually want to become. And a lot of guys, that scares them because they never develop the mindset, the identity, the purpose, the body that will actually help them get there. This is why a lot of men end up becoming liberal. And that's why they end up settling for a ran-through whore, because they never assigned a purpose for themselves and they just took that traditional path of getting married to a girl who barely even cares about them. A girl who probably settled for them. At the end of the day, you need to life max and maximize every single stat on the fucking board. And then all of a sudden, not only a whole new realm of life opens up, but a whole new realm of women opens up. And if you decide you want to get married to one of them, that's great. But bro, a majority of these motherfuckers end up getting married to their high school sweetheart, to their college sweetheart, to the first girl that they meet at their 9 to 5. And that's not the version of you that you want to fucking be, man. No one wants to be that. It's just that they settle for that. And that's why marriage ends up being a scam. Because it's two people who aren't the best versions of themselves settling for each other. And that opens up a whole new realm of problems. You need to level up every fucking aspect of your life. And if you get to that point where you've maxed out the stats and then you decide you want to get married, that's a different story, man. But the poor guy who has never taken a second to develop himself other than leveling up his job in the 9 to 5 corporate culture, he's going to end up waking up one day and realizing that he fucking settled for every aspect of his life. It's going to drive him crazy. And his woman is going to pick up on that and try to control him. And that's going to drive him crazy. And then all of a sudden, that's the reason why you get a bunch of fucking midlife crises. Because no one is the fucking best version of themselves. And they realize that. And then all of a sudden, their whole life falls apart. Getting married isn't worth it if you haven't proven to be the best version of you. If you aren't growth-minded. If you choose a woman that's been ran through in college for free, and now you have to pay for every aspect of her life. At the end of the day, bro, if you're not where you want to be in life, you can't focus on getting married. You have to focus on maximizing the stats, on life maxing, on experience maxing, on body maxing, on becoming the best version of you, bro. Too many people fall for this trap of thinking they need to get married today. Bullshit. Men don't hit their peak for another fucking 20 years after you graduate college. But we're sold this idea that life has to get worse as we age. But in reality, it can get a hell of a lot better. As long as you have the right mindset. As long as you fucking maximize your body. As long as you identity max and become a better version of yourself in every aspect. Money max. Content max. Female max. Do you see where I'm going with this? Don't settle for a shit version of yourself. Become a better version of yourself every day. And if you want help doing that, book a call in the link in my bio. I will help you develop a plan to make sure that you don't waste this life, but you capitalize on every single aspect of it to become a better version of yourself and make sure you don't waste the one life you got. Other than that, I hope this video helped, and I'll see you guys in the next one.